Well, hello, boys and girls. Here we go with fourth grade Excel lesson number 93. We're going to learn about factors today. New word for you, factors. I'll be reading right here. A factor is a number multiplied by another number in order to compute a product. The factors of 8 are 2 times 4, or 2 and 4, and 1 and 8, because 2 times 4 is 8 and 1 times 8 is 8. So the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. Another way to think of it is that 8 can be evenly divided by 1, 2, 4, and 8. 3 is not a factor of 8 because you can't evenly divide 8 by 3. All right, so these are numbers that can be evenly, perfectly divided into another number. Directions here: for each number, list the factors and then write the equations that verify your answers. So here we go. It says, what are the factors of 6? Factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. So because 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6 also. So these four numbers can evenly go into 6. Is 5 a factor of 6? No. 5 times what is 6? That doesn't work. Is 4 a factor of 6? No. 4 times what is 6? Nothing. So that's not a factor of 6. So the answer, or the answers to this problem is 1, 6, 2, and 3. All right, next one. What are the factors of 7? Let's do this one together. Well, I actually have a trick to solving these. I want you to do this thing that we call, we're going to make a curtain for the factory. We're going to make a curtain. We're going to start on the outside edges. 1 and 7. You're always going to put a 1 on the left side of your curtain and a 7 on the right side of your curtain. Or not a 7. It depends on what the number is. Whatever the number is, that's what goes on the outside, on the right side there. And then you're going to bring the curtain in. You're going to close the curtain. Okay, well, 1 times 7 is 7. That's going to work with every single number. 1 times 6 is 6. Any number is going to have the factors of 1 and itself. Right? You can always divide a number by itself. 6 divided by 6. You can divide 7 by 7. You can also divide any number by 1 because, a million divided by 1, of course it goes in evenly. 35 divided by 1, of course it goes in evenly. So you can always divide the number by 1 and itself. So we start with that. And then I'm going to put commas in there. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to put a comma right here. And I'm going to put a comma right there so we keep the numbers separate. And I'm going to start working my way up from the bottom. 2, does 2 go into 7? No. 2 times 3 is 6. How about 3? Does 3 go into 7? No. How about 4? Okay, well, I've already crossed over the halfway point because halfway from 1 to 7 is 3.5. So once I get to that halfway point, I'm done solving the problem. 2 does not go into it. 3 does not go into it. 4, I don't even need to test for because that's past the halfway point. And so therefore, my answers are 1 and 7 because 1 times 7 equals 7. All you have to write in your paper is 1 and 7, and then 1 times 7 equals 7. Pause if you need to get caught up. All right, let's do number 3 together. Again, the factors of 4. Remember, I'm going to close the curtain. I'm going to start with a 1 on the left side of my curtain and a 4 over here because 1 times 4 is 4. And then I'm going to go into the middle. How about I'm going to start over here, work my way up. What's the next number after 1? 2. Does 2 go into 4? Yes, it does. 2 times 2 is 4. Now, I don't need to write the number 2 twice. And 2 is right in the middle. I brought 4 down to 2, and I brought 1 up to 2, because 2 is half of 4, so there's no other numbers. The curtain is closed. And the correct answers here would be 1 times 4. That is equal to 4, and 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Put that on your paper. Okay, you try number 4 with the number 15. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see how I did it. All right, so you should have, again, started with the lowest number, which is always 1, and the highest number, which is always itself, 1 and 15. Now we're going to work our way up, starting at 1. 2, next number. Does 2 go into 15? No, because 15 is not even, right? What's the next number after 2? 3. Does 3 go into 15? Well, yes, it does. 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, look at how much space is left in the middle between 3 and 5. My curtain is closing, right? The only number left between 3 and 5 is 4. Does 4 go into 15? Of course not. 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm done. I've closed the curtain and I found all the factors. And then you should have written somewhere down here, 1 times 15 equals 15. And then 3 times 5, or 5 times 3, equals 15. Hopefully it's neater than that. I'm having to write with my finger there. All right. Let's move this on up. Pause the video and try 5 and 6, and then turn the video back on. So here we go. You should have already done number 5. Again, start with 1 and 12, lowest and highest. Now let's go to the next number after 1. 2. Does 2 go into 12? Well, yes, it does, because 12 is even. 2 times 6. Notice I'm putting the commas in here. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with the number 612 down there on the right side. 2 times 6 is 12. Now I go to the next number, 3. Does 3 go into 12? Why, yes, it does. 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, got to put a comma in there. Now I've got 3 and 4 in the middle of my curtain. Well, there's no numbers between 3 and 4, so there's no other numbers to check. I found all the factors of 12. And here we go. 1 times 12 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. And 2 times 6 is 12. Any of those, you don't have to put them in that order. All right, and for the number 6, 1 and 18. And then 18 is even, so 2 and 9. And then we try 3 next. 3 times 6 is 18. And between 3 and 6 is 4 and 5. 4 and 5 do not go into 18. So I found all the factors of 18. 1 times 18 is equal to 18. 2 times 9 is equal to 18. 3 times 6, times 6 is equal to 18. So those are your problems down there. All right, solve the math facts down here. Pause the video and then turn it back on. So you should have gotten 72, 132, 42, 64, 63, 144. Ooh, that's a hard one, right? No, that's not hard. 81, 56, 11 times 9 is 99, 7 times 6, 6 times 4, 7 times 4 is 28, 6 times 6 is 36, 7 times 7 is 49, 8 times 4 is 32, 3 times 8, is 24, 10 times 6 is 60, 7 times 4 is 28, 8 times 3 is 24, 7 times 3 is 21, 8 times 6 is 48, 3 times 9 is 27, 12 times 5 is 60, and 4 times 9 is 36. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen.